I'm Jane Shaab, Executive Director of the University of Maryland Biopark and Assistant Vice President for Economic Development at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. The Red Line's a very significant improvement to both the economic development and continued growth of the University of Maryland, Baltimore, as well as the growth and development of the University of Maryland Biopark. Already at the University of Maryland Biopark, we have over 400 employees coming and going from the project every day. At full build-out, we'll have 2,700 people coming to West Baltimore for jobs in life sciences. The Red Line will be an important system to bring people to jobs and take people home from their jobs. It'll open up, I think, opportunities for many people throughout the greater Baltimore metropolitan area to focus on life sciences and to enjoy long careers at life science companies, the private companies that will be situated here. The full build-out of the University of Maryland Biopark will probably be another 8 to 10 years. We had a bit of a hiccup, as has every developer, with the current economic times. We are fortunate that we continue to develop with the opening of the Maryland Forensic Medical Center this July. Another about 80 to 120 jobs eventually on the corner of Poppleton Street and West Baltimore Street. We're hoping to be bringing buildings forward every 24 to 48 months as we proceed. There'll be a total of 10 buildings here in this park with about 1,800,000 square feet of space, predominantly for private employers in life sciences. The Red Line is going to be a critical, I think, transportation system to make sure that all of Baltimore, all of the metropolitan area, and even connections throughout the state, that all of Maryland's citizens can take advantage of every level of job that will be available here. This is an interesting place. These will be interesting, exciting, and challenging jobs. The access to these jobs for everyone in the city, in the region, and in the state is critical. The Red Line is a component that can make that happen. I think some other projects, some other models around the country, certainly greater San Francisco, certainly greater Chicago, certainly increasingly greater Philadelphia, certainly the competitive market of greater Boston, that every day we are working both with the companies in life sciences located in greater Boston. Many of those companies are paying attention to the Maryland marketplace now because of our proximity to the federal laboratories and NIH. We've seen, I think it's called transit-oriented development, really take off in those major cities around university centers, around university research park centers, and that is the same vision that we would have for Baltimore here at Martin Luther King and West Baltimore Street. I think a critical piece of all of this will be the catalytic nature of the Red Line. So yeah, people are going to be coming and using it to come to work and come to life science jobs and to continue their education at our graduate schools on the university campus. But more than that, transit brings places alive. Transit brings other investors. Transit brings retailers. It brings service industry. It's going to really make this area pop. And we are grateful for that collaboration and for that input and for the stimulus that the Red Line will be to help this University of Maryland Biopark just be the best in the nation. Right now, at the stage of development in this University of Maryland Biopark, many of the jobs and the new companies that have come here, they're young and emerging companies. The jobs are, for the most part, at a graduate level or even a postgraduate level for the persons employed here. As the number of companies grows, as the activities in which these companies are working diversifies, then we see a much broader, much more scaled employment profile. At that time, it's going to be critical to get people in. And when I say at that time, it sounds so in the future, but truly, that is with our next building, which should be coming online in about 15, 18 months. So that will increase another, 300 or so people in a very diverse system of companies working here. And once again, getting people to a great place of employment is what makes a city great.